Secret government files released today show that Margaret Thatcher considered bringing troops onto the streets to deal with riots sweeping the country in 1981. Civil disturbances were the worst for 60 years, but not as bad as those this summer.
April 1981. Ferocious rioting broke out in Brixton, South London. Unemployment was high, the economy was deep in recession. Without effective protection, many officers were injured and struggled to regain control of the streets. And then, newly released files show the Prime Minister, Margaret Thatcher, was warned of worse to come. A secret paper said spontaneous disorder was likely among ethnic minorities. Which started in Liverpool in early July, spread to other cities and continued for 10 days. Mrs. Thatcher's own file shows how closely she monitored events.
What you do find in here, which of course is very hard to reconstruct at the time, was exactly what Mrs. Thatcher and her ministers knew and when, and the thoughts that crowded through their minds in terms of possibilities. Not least that flickering moment when they considered using the army, only to rule it out.
Instead, she made certain the police had the equipment they wanted, including plastic bullets, water cannon and CS gas.
Every new year here at the National Archives, secret government papers from 30 years ago are released. I've been looking at them for about the last decade or so, and this is the first year I can remember when there's been such a close parallel between events then and now.
Civil disturbance on this scale overshadows other events. This year, like 1981, will be scarred by the riots. Sancha Berg, BBC News.
Syrian